Welcome back to the Vikings franchise, everybody, where we are rebuilding the Vikings for the second time in this franchise. We're 3-0 on the season after a miraculous win late last episode against the Buffalo Bills. Kenya Camp, one of my favorite new players on the team, helped set up the game-winning field goal. And we find ourselves at 3-0 with one of the top offenses and defenses this year through 3 games, set to take on the LA Rams, who are scoring a staggering 37 points a game so far this season. And we'll see what journey today's episode brings us on. But we're coming off a year in which Minnesota missed the playoffs, but they have come into this year with a point to prove. I feel like the series has been rejuvenated a little bit, and I want to get right into the action today against the Rams. Oh, and if I didn't mention it already, the Rams made a big move in the offseason. They have a new quarterback, and maybe you've heard of him before. We'll get to that in a moment. Right now, the Vikings are driving on their opening possession. They'll take it down inside the red zone and throw an interception. But there's the new quarterback of the LA Rams. No longer a Jacksonville Jaguar, Trevor Lawrence goes to the West Coast instead. You always get some energy in a franchise when you have new guys making plays, and I love what Kenya Camp is doing for the offense right now, complimenting Justin Jefferson and Will Stockton. Touchdown, JJ. And then on defense, the breakout of rookie pass rusher Sammy Yarbrough has me so excited about the defense and possibly having a success story in the front 7. I haven't been drafting many of those. Nate Burst does get a sack, but outside of Josh Ballard, I feel like I've struggled to add the good young front 7 difference makers, but I think that might have all changed. I bring you to the second half where the Rams have a 10-point lead. They just stretched it 27-14. Minnesota staring down, perhaps at their first loss of the season, if they can't turn this around. The Rams offense seems to be the real deal this year. Minnesota down 13 takes over, and they'll run it with Devin Cook trying to operate on the right side. He doesn't get much. You know, the yardage output by Devin Cook hasn't been what I expected at any point in this franchise. Second down for Richard Hudick. Dumped off over the middle. Devin Cook can make a play here, and he does, close to a first. But now we got to fix this mess in the fourth quarter. Got to go to Devin Cook here, I think. And they will. First down. Cook across the 40. I'm really enjoying this format where I get bits and pieces from different games for an episode, caught by Stockton. But it allows you to make progress without just simulating and getting the satisfaction of seeing some things play out and then occasionally getting that full game experience. Now, I'll be starting an MLB franchise on the channel here shortly with MLB The Show 23. And I'm planning to incorporate a lot of the same things I do here as Hudick is picked off. Returned across the 40, and the Rams take over. Just threw that one a bit late. And the LA Rams are about to have it. That was jumped. He wanted Kenya Camp. Trey Patton on the interception. Well, these guys average 37 points a game. We'll see if they inch closer to that. Trevor Lawrence hands off and running up the middle. Good gain for Gilliard. Anybody remember Marty Gilliard, receiver from Cincinnati, who spent a time in the NFL? Gilliard gashing down to the 40-yard line. I haven't thought of Marty Gilliard in like 10 years. From the 39, pass caught right in front of Cam Dantzler. Lawrence has 3 touchdowns on the day, really enjoying the start to his time with the LA Rams. And this was a team not long ago that was struggling in the franchise, and they've had a lot of trouble, I think, rebuilding their talent pool because of all the trading Les Snead has done. You know what he thinks of them picks? And now they're just getting to the point, I think, where they have a full complement of resources to rebuild the team. Oh, and then Trevor Lawrence becomes available through free agency, which is like a shortcut to being good again. Handoff, Gilliard, punched out. Get that! Not like this! Come on, it turns into a gain of 7. I feel like there's a Bears fan on the staff for this game that just loves the peanut punch and wants to see it every 5 minutes. They're going for it here on 4th and 3. Oh boy. Well, defense, I think this play can break you. Pass caught, first down. That might do it. Just destroying us here with Gilliard. I don't even know his first name. And Lawrence across the middle will keep the clock moving. Well, until Nate Burst gets shaken up and he'll have to exit. I love that video board in here. What was the budget on that video board, you think? Like 30, 50 million just with that? Gilliard stuffed and thrown to the ground. That was Sammy Yarbrough, who has made an impact in pretty much every game this season. To third down now for the Rams. Lawrence under pressure to his left, throws it away. You know, if we want to get back to the top of the NFC, this is for sure going to be one of those teams that stands in our path. And they're about to have the advantage on us here this season if we can't erase a 16-point deficit. I'm not going to count out Richard Hudick and Justin Jefferson quite yet. Hudick backs up, and he's sacked. They'll split that one 3 ways, I think. Third down and 18. What are our odds of winning right here? Like 2% tops? Hudick loading up with the deep ball. Broken up for Jefferson. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Hudick faces pressure. Launches a rainbow downfield. And it's caught by Stockton. Not over yet. Willie Stockton down to the 30. $1.16 now for Stockton, as Devin Cook will get likely his last carry of the day, I'd imagine. And it has not been a good day for him. 4 minutes to go in the game. You'd like to get the touchdown quick. Hudick. Oh, Cook is open probably. But it's Jefferson underneath. You got to score and get the 2. Vikings running it. Cook does not get in, and that keeps the clock moving. I smell a fullback dive right now. On 3rd down. There it is. Called it. Touchdown. Jamie Malone. The Russ Watson special delivers. And now you got to have this, and that's probably the game. First loss on the year for Minnesota as the Rams show they are the real deal this season with Trevor Lawrence as their new franchise quarterback. Can't really develop their own, apparently. They go get Matt Stafford for a while. They bring in Trevor Lawrence. Whatever works, I guess. Didn't do a good job throwing off Lawrence in this game. 3 touchdown passes, a pretty solid day for him through the air. Nick Gilliard had himself a really good time when we checked in. George Bacon found the end zone with over 100 yards. And they seemed to spread the football around to a lot of different contributors. I'm not mad at a 3-1 start, though, and I feel like with playing all these young guys, the team that's going to be here at the end of the season has a chance, I think, to be better as long as injuries don't throw off that whole plan. But 3-1, we do lose Nate Burst in this game, and it looks like he will miss a few games, and we're going to have to likely be playing Josh Allen, I think, in his spot, which is fine. That's why we have veteran depth. So Green Bay's also been rebuilding in this series, but they find themselves in this 3-1 tie with us and Chicago. What's this? Start relocation? Does that just show up every week 5 if you're an owner? I am not clicking that. Nobody higher than an 86. Darrell Davis, then Quay Walker, and 3 offensive linemen with a running back, Travis Etienne. What do the Jaguars even have anymore? They're 3-1 with Mitch Carnahan. But come on a talent level, we are so much further ahead of Green Bay right now. I feel like this has to be a game where we hopefully show we're the much better team despite what the records indicate. And the Bears take on the Rams this week, so it'll be interesting to see if the Rams stay unbeaten or if the Bears are able to score a very big win. Looks like a good opening drive brewing here for Minnesota that ends with a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That didn't take long. But Green Bay looks to respond, putting together a strong possession, and they do get a touchdown with Patrick Winston, their number 1 wide receiver. Alex Richards scores next for Minnesota. That's a second touchdown pass for Richard Hudick, making this 14-7. There we go, 23 more to Justin Jefferson. Vikings into the red zone here late first half with a touchdown to JJ. That's 3 first half touchdown passes. Intercepted by Josh Allen. Taking over for Nate Burse. Vikings have it up 11 in the second half, and they're trying to put this one away. You got Cook and Jefferson in the backfield. A lot of X factors there. Hudick completes the pass to Alex Richards, whom I'm really liking in this series right now. Perhaps looking at a 4th touchdown pass for Richard Hudick. Vikings come out on second down, run it with Devin Cook. Not much for him. That'll force Hudick back to the air. He's got time. Pass is incomplete. And the defense now trying to protect this 14-point lead. Let's see how this Packer drive goes. You got Lincoln. That pass hauled in. And a good job breaking tackles. That's a gain of 10. So quarterbacks can get hurt in this game. This is Wayne Lincoln, a rookie quarterback, playing in the place of Mitch Carnahan, and it looks like he suffered a mid-game injury, and those will happen. Sometimes you go through a box score, and it's like, wait a minute, why did our backup throw 11 passes? Doesn't really seem to happen often, but we got Lincoln out there now for Green Bay. He completes the pass. You can't have Green Bay keep this interesting with a backup quarterback out there and a roster that doesn't really have a ton of talent. Shaking one tackler. It's a first down for Travis Etienne. 10 minutes on the clock. Wayne Lincoln throwing downfield. That one's denied by Dantzler. Second down. Lincoln out the back door. Nice grab coming back for it. Packers down to the 32. Green Bay to the air on second down. Intercepted by Kamani Gary with an angle outside. Outrunning a receiver and finally taken down at the Packer 34. Kamani Gary perhaps sealing this game for the Vikings. Minnesota is back in the win column, 27-17. We have won a lot of lopsided games against Green Bay in the post-Aaron Rodgers era. For whatever reason, they've just struggled to add a lot of top-end talent. They've consistently been like a 79 overall team. Couple interceptions against the rookie backup, and Richard Hudick had the 3 touchdown passes. Still just not getting great days rushing out of Devin Cook, but we can more than make up for it with our great passing game and strong defense. Sammy picks up a sack in this game as well. Minnesota, with 5 games in, still have a top 5 offense and top 5 defense when it comes to scoring, or any of these categories for a matter of fact. And we take on the New England Patriots now in Week 6. A close game, but a win for Minnesota. Despite allowing 400-plus passing yards, New England could not run, but Mac Jones threw for 433 yards. I don't know what the secondary was doing in this one. J.P. Turner threw a couple passes, it looks like, or one. On the ground, Devin Cook under 3 yards a carry. I don't get it. But we held their primary running back to 10 yards, so that's a throwback to the Williams-Wall days for the Viking defense. CeeDee Lamb went over 100. Lance Barden came close. Terry McLaurin. So they do have some talent, at least. It wasn't just like a random group of players getting 400 yards on us. Whoa! John Riddick with a 3-sack game. 1 for Sammy Yarbrough. But 3 for Riddick is an awesome breakout game. Easily one of his best. The Jets have made it to back-to-back Super Bowls in this series. Of course, they defeated us in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, lost it last year. Maybe they're now in their downswing year with a 2-4 start to the year. And I don't know what their quarterback situation is like, because they picked up Dak. I imagine that was probably a short-term contract. And they have Kyler Murray now. So 3 quarterbacks in 3 years. This season ain't working out. We got to upgrade the Rookie of the Year, though. Like, Sammy ain't losing this. Sammy Yarbrough. So excited about him. Power move upgrade. Close to learning his development. Give it one more game. You know, when it comes to rookie pass rushers, honestly, I think a lot of it just comes down to luck in a way. Like, I get so many players with similar ratings, but if they don't produce, they're just not going to get a ton better. And in the case of Sammy, it's been working out. He has at least, a partial sack in all but one game this season. Already a couple with multiple. 7.5 for a rookie is pretty good on its own, and we're not even halfway through the season. So I'm calling it Rookie of the Year already. The Jets get it done. The Vikings were down 28 in the fourth quarter, scored 3 touchdowns, but could not fully recover as the defense struggles again. What is this stat line? 5 touchdowns for Kyler Murray, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Richard Hudick. Just giving the ball away. Devin Cook, another really quiet game. Jefferson did Jefferson things. But what's up with all these interceptions? Sauce, Gary, Ross, and there's a missing one somewhere. That's weird. I'd really like to see them tweak the schedule generation logic in this game, because we're about to get 3 division games in a row. We'll have the season series done with Green Bay by week 10. And now the Vikings are 5-2, first place. And the Bears seem to have lost a couple games in a row. This is also the week of the trade deadline, so why don't we focus on our expiring free agents at the end of the year. Of course, you have Justin Jefferson. I still want to get a long-term deal done, but it's also the year for Devin Cook. And running backs don't seem to ask for, major money in this game. $11 million a year will get it done. I saw this with Derrick Henry in my Titans franchise. And I'm cool with those numbers. Now, Devin Cook's average doesn't look too bad, but in recent games, he has really struggled to get going. And this 152 is really carrying things and skewing the average. I do want to keep our superstars around. I intend to sign both Devin Cook and Justin Jefferson. And with Devin, why don't we get the ball rolling right now? 5-year extension. He wouldn't even be 30 years old by the end of this, and we have extended Devin Cook. Can we take care of Jefferson at the same time? Gotta pay him $30 million a season. I don't know why it has him as a trade target. I am not trading Justin Jefferson. And we will sign him to an extension this year. So the big ones out of the way right there. But you have our 2 starting corners that have carried the defense, Dantzler and Booth. And then you have John Riddick, who is all of a sudden showing that he can rush the passer. 4 sacks over his last 2 games. Kenya Camp, Clay Kutcher, starting tackle. I'm actually shocked by this contract demand. That doesn't make any sense. He should be asking for 10 a year. Like Ben Dodson is asking for more money. I guess I wouldn't mind trading away Nathan Hoover. I can't imagine we'd get a ton for him. I'll just take a 6th round pick. Maybe I could have gotten a little more, but he only has 10 games left on his contract and he's never really played. Oh, I just realized our funds and where they are right now. We are negative $32.9 million. Well, it's not like I was going to let those players just, walk. But we're certainly going to have to make back some money now. And considering that we are playing better, I might have to increase ticket prices a little bit. And the barbecue's got to go back to $10. The hot dish has to go back to $10. No more, we're losing discount. We're winning. Pay up. The Vikings have lost back-to-back games, losing to Detroit this week, 24-17. Howie Thompson, still the starter, throws a couple touchdowns. Man, how many games can they keep Devin Cook under 4 yards a carry? This doesn't make any sense to me. Brandon Beasley scored. Still regret not being able to draft him. The Vikings moved to 5-3, and 2 of their next 3 will be against the Chicago Bears. Also, we just played on the road. Okay. Yes. We lost a lot of money last week, alright? We had to pay almost $70 million in bonuses. I actually don't know what's going to happen, because you can lose the team. You can enter financial probation. Could I be in a situation where I actually have to get us to save money, even though we could be under the cap? I have no idea what's going to happen. But this was a road game, so it was a game where our funds went down even further. We really need the home games to be profitable. We'll upgrade Clay Kutcher. I wonder what this ends up doing to his contract demand, because the demand did not make sense at all to me. Although he is the number 27 right tackle. But I wonder now if a contract like that, or like any of these other potential free agent deals, become more difficult because I just can't handle giving out more bonus money. That's a lot of signing bonus cash to hand over between Hudick, Jefferson, and Cook. And there have been other deals. Every contract has a signing bonus. I truly do not know what's going to happen, but I know that it's always better if we win. And if we go to the playoffs and have home playoff games, that should be a chance to make more money. One of the reasons I've played as a coach in the past is so I don't have to worry about the finances and just worry about the salary cap. But I don't mind a change in, just a change up here. I've been playing as the coach now for a few years, and to now have to worry about the financial aspect again is kind of interesting, especially because in this game, the cap, everybody's got so much cap space, and we really don't have to worry about being able to re-sign players just in terms of the cap. But now we have to handle the financial side of things, and a lot of money given out in a short time like that is actually putting us in an interesting position. So let's get into this game against the Chicago Bears. This is for first place in the division right now. Both teams at 5-3. Hudick with a quick pass to start, and there's Justin Jefferson with a brand new $30 million a season deal, despite being 31 years old. Should I have waited and tried to do a smaller contract or something? I don't even know, man. Pass caught by Stockton, good for a first down. I might have to try increasing salary on some of these deals, but lowering the bonus. I didn't even think about doing that there. This is all kind of new to me again. Hudick on first down. Pass caught. Jefferson. Gain of 9. A run going to Cook. He finds some daylight. It was fun for a moment. Here is Hudick on second down. He slings it across the middle, and Jefferson makes a move inside the 10 and tripped up. Goal to go, Vikings. Here's Hudick to the end zone for Stockton. Could that have gone any easier for Minnesota? 6-0. The Bears have Hunter Poole at quarterback. He's in his 3rd year, and he looks like a big-time win for them. William Carrington is the running back. Chad Austin is the top receiver. Some players I'm not as familiar with here. They have a 79 playing as their 2, I'm imagining because of one of his tags, which is, I think, a nice addition to this game, getting those guys on the field a little bit more often than otherwise would happen. Pretty good offensive line, and a very different defense. I barely recognize the the front seven, the young players there. So right now, LA, you can see down below, they are 8-0, front runners in the NFC. Is the better strategy for us as we stuff the run? Is it better to be the 2 seed and play an extra home game in the wild card round than to just get the bye? Is perhaps that better for our financial situation? On the screen, there's running room, and Scene will make the play. There is like shared revenue every week. I don't know exactly how the playoffs work, but getting home games has to be super beneficial. And nice job by Keyshawn Oldham to force 4th down. Right back to Minnesota's offense. It's Hudick on 1st down, wide open, and caught by Kenya Camp. The fake to Cook on 1st down. Pass complete to the outside, a gain of 7. Perfect start for Richard Hudick. Looking sharp out there. That was Shaq St. Louis, former Mr. Irrelevant. 2nd down. That's caught, and Devin Cook reaches for the 1st. Fake to Cook once again. Launched it. Caught by Jefferson. The Bears defense constantly a step behind. Open receivers every play. Now Devin carries, cuts to his left, finds some daylight, breaks a tackle and is down to the 10. Where is the Bear defense? To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that is Dallas Goedert, with the Vikings starting this game with pure perfection. This would have the making of like a record-setting day if Chicago maybe pushes us and keeps our foot on the gas. Here's Hunter Poole off balance and completes. Shy of the 1st down, just barely, with the rookie Ramon Meredith shaken up and having to come out of the game. Handoff and met by Ballard. It's a loss of 2. Keeper for Hunter Poole gets the 1st down himself. Bears get a much needed 1st down. Running this one right into Oldham. This run defense is so fun. 5 rushes, 1 yard. Forcing a 3rd and 7. With stars all throughout the secondary. Hunter Poole steps up. Launches downfield. Out of bounds. Now, when I had Anton Greenberry become the new owner of the Minnesota Vikings, I think he had like $150, $200 million. We spent all that in like a year, just signing players to massive contracts. We have a lot of superstars on the team. Pass caught by Goedert. You go through the offense, we know them well. Josh Ballard, the corners. What is going to happen next year? How do you get the money back fast? I really don't know. 2:40 left to go in the 1st quarter. Still perfect. Devin Cook with the 1st down. Hudick on 1st and 10. He throws his 1st incompletion after 12 straight to begin the game. Handoff Devin Cook. Shoves away the 1st defender, but can't find room outside. He's only carried 3 times. 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Hudick has time. Caught by Jefferson. Is that 100 already? He's got to be close. Cook left side. Big hole. Shakes the safety and brings it down inside the 25. Minnesota 21 yards away. Hudick complete again to Stockton, racing inside the 10. Goal to go. Cook up the middle, brought down on 1st contact by Manning. Brings up 3rd down. Jefferson's in the backfield. Hudick scans. In trouble now. He will throw it away. 17-0 Minnesota. And the Bears have to punt it. They forego a 56-yard field goal try. Later in the first half, Bears are driving now. It's 20-0, but they have a chance for their first points. And they cash in. Touchdown, Lynn Allen. And we block the extra point. Bears get it back after a Viking 3-and-out. Sacked by Sammy. Every game he's been showing up. Fumble recovered by Josh Ballard here in the third with Ramon Meredith shaken up again. Vikings get the takeaway, trying to build upon their 2-touchdown advantage. It's Cook, right side, finds the opening, straight up the middle, they can't stop him! Touchdown, Devin Cook! What a run! Looks like he's finally showing off that superstar ability for us here this game. Just love watching him break tackles and fight through contact. Every run feels like it's a highlight waiting to happen. It's not looking great for Chicago, but it's not over yet. We're midway through the third. 21-point game, Bears on the move. 5-man rush. Poole sends it deep. Intercepted! It is picked by Andrew Booth, and the Vikings get their third takeaway of the game. Could this be the year the Vikings get back to the top of the NFC North after trailing the Bears and Lions all last season? I mean, with the offense playing this well, it's hard to even picture the team losing. But of course, we just saw them lose a game today and simmed a couple losses. Our ceiling is just so high. Caught by Cook. How many yards is Richard Hudick up to? He's got to be over 300, I'd think. On second down, he gets a few more on the pass underneath to St. Louis. He's at 284. Only 5 incompletions. And on third down, back to pass again. Caught. Nope, just kidding. We're in the fourth quarter. Chicago converts a fourth down. And then a Michael Holmes touchdown makes this a 2-score game. Suddenly very similar to the position that we had Green Bay in. 14-point game. Hunter Poole trying to bring back the Bears. And that pass is sailed. So the Bears were, I believe, 4-1. And now on the verge of dropping to 5-4 on the season. Play him again here in a couple weeks. Poole sideline, got it there, just ahead of the coverage. They bring the fullback in. On third down, not gonna get it with that run. You can't punt here, this is cowardly. I don't care if you're at your own 30. If you're gonna run it on 3rd and 3, down 14, you gotta be willing to go for it. Well, this would be Devin Cook time. 1st and 10 Vikings. Cook runs inside, into the secondary, and finally slowed up around midfield. Cook on the carry. Big hole once again. Tries to work his way outside, but gets stopped after a good pickup. Over 100 yards on the day. 3rd and a long one to go. Give it to Cook. Watch him get the first down. He gets 10. See, this is why it makes no sense when you simulate like a 39-yard game for him. He's unstoppable. 2nd down, delivered to Stockton. You know, we've had a lot of receivers over the years where it's like the ratings might not be elite, the development isn't, but you like see them play enough to where you know they're good. And Stockton is one of those guys. Pass, caught by Jefferson. You know, you go back to past series, and I'm sure there are a lot of names I can't remember, but I think about, oh man, what was his name in the Bucs series? He was undrafted one year. What was his name? This is going to bother me. On 2nd down, Hudick extending things. Uh-oh, that worked, depending on the flag. And it's going to stand. That was incredible. DeMarcus Lodge, that's who it was. He just always get open and make plays. And I like players like that. First and goal, Devin Cook. Yeah, you're not denying that. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings have a statement-making win over the Chicago Bears. They are now... I honestly don't remember our record in division, but it's a good one. We only lost that game to the Lions. We'll have a chance to take the series against the Bears here before too long. Minnesota wins 34-13. Hudick was phenomenal from the very beginning of the game. No interceptions. And Devin Cook for $143. Jefferson, 12 catches, $165 for him. We did have an injury occur in that game, and it was to defensive tackle Ramon Meredith, and a torn rotator cuff is going to end his season. The risk of this happening is why I did not end up trading away Derek Brown. That hurts, though. He's going to miss a lot of playing time for his rookie campaign, and we'll be placing him on injured reserve. You rarely get those season enders like that. Those come out of nowhere. So our funds went to -30 after that game. So a +7 difference. And here is the breakdown of what a home game typically looks like. And I guess we'll have to pay attention to if the concessions and ticket sales are going in the right direction. But we win, so we should be able to keep prices fairly high. But obviously, we're still $30 million in the hole. We're halfway through our home schedule, and this is a year where we have 8 home games. We take on Green Bay next week. We get a bye week, and then we're on the road in Chicago. But a 6-3 start, not bad for Minnesota. But in the NFC, we're still trailing the Rams, who are unbeaten. And the Washington Commanders still have a better win percentage than us. But we're back where we want to be this year, for the most part. Wow, Richard has thrown a lot of picks this year. 16 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. The 12 interceptions puts him on pace for perhaps a career high in interceptions this year. Devin Cook improved his average, now with 701 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jefferson already has 1,000 yards on the season, averaging $122 every game. Quiet day for Kenya Camp, but Stockton looked good today. He produced a lot, and Jefferson's just having monster game after monster game. Sammy Yarbrough, 8.5 sacks to lead the team. Do we have a development? Star. And the way he's playing, it wouldn't shock me to see him win Rookie of the Year and get immediately fast-tracked to Superstar. So, I'm really happy with this selection. The yearly award progress is visible now, and we can see Trevor Lawrence is the current MVP. Jefferson is the Offensive Player of the Year. Sammy Yarbrough is nearly Defensive Player of the Year, so you know he's going to be leading this. Next time, I think we'll put a good dent in this schedule again, and possibly, if things go well, we even finish off the regular season. But we'll have to see what journey this takes us on. We know it's usually not as simple as we may think. But that is going to do it for this episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like episodes like this, please let me know by leaving a like and feedback down in the comments. And I'll see you all next time. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be back with more Vikings going forward. Have a great day.